Some new Scream 7 images reveal some pretty interesting stuff about this upcoming flick. Nothing too spoilery though for those who are concerned. Alrighty then, let's get into the update. Hey everybody, I'm KillJoy Jake, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. Scream 7's production has definitely been keeping a tighter lip, trying to keep more things concealed before the movie even finishes wrapping filming. For instance, the casting director recently gave away how they choose actors and actresses to play Ghostface based on some of their past history and other projects that they've worked on. Why would you do that? Now I feel like it's super easy to pick out at least one person from the cast who is definitely going to be Ghostface in Scream 7. I did a whole video on that up here though if you want to check it out. Today's Scream 7 update, however, doesn't spoil anything about the film in particular. It really just gives us an idea of what the tone of Scream 7 will feel like. I gotta give some massive props to my friend Steven from Craven Something Scary for digging up these photos. Speaking of which, I'll be live with him tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time over on his channel, and I'm sure we'll be talking about all this crap there too. Cracking this update video open, we have this shot of the downtown area of the fictional Pine Grove, Indiana, our new location for Scream 7. This is likely where Sydney and her family are living now, on basically the other side of the country, very far away from Woodsboro, California. It does, however, strike a resemblance to the downtown area we saw during Sydney's introduction in Scream 4, a film that I think 7 will be very similar to in tone. Honestly, when I first saw this picture, I thought it was that scene from Scream 4. I'm like, is Craven messing with me right now? I think that's just the downtown area from Scream 4 with the book signing and all that. It's not though, and there's a little link where you can go to the website of the city where they're filming in. Please don't go there and harass the cast members. Let them make the movie in peace, man. But next up here is a sign from the Pine Grove downtown area indicating a central building. I think we can see that same building here in this shot. I don't think we're gonna get a chase scene in these areas, maybe just introducing some new characters or again, legacy characters just like how we did in Scream 4. This video starts to get juicy here, however, with this shot of a theater playing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now this could be the location for some sort of chase scene, maybe even a death, while Leatherface is in the background doing his little chainsaw dance. He's so cute, isn't he? Something I've been thinking about, a little fictional scenario here, if you will. What if Isabel May's character, who is of course Sydney's daughter, is really into horror movies? First of all, that would be hilarious considering Sydney's opinion on horror flicks.
No, it's just, what's the point? They're all the same.
And maybe while all this Ghostface shenanigans is going on and Isabel May's character is of course just hidden, locked up in her room somewhere because Sydney doesn't want her going out and getting stabbed, she sneaks out to go see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre with her friends, maybe at this theater here, and then what do you know? Ghostface attacks. While yes, this sounds very similar to scenes from past sequels, I don't think I'll ever get sick of Ghostface chasing down characters at a movie theater. It's like the perfect location for a Scream film. It's the franchise that's known for making fun of other horror movies, including itself. A movie theater location is perfect for this series. But easily the biggest thing to talk about from today's video is this shot here. It's a poster for Pine Grove's Drama Club's upcoming show, The Fairy Princess. We learned from this poster that the show is happening in late November, which makes me think the events of the film could happen sometime before that. Kinda makes me wonder if this is another Halloween-centric Scream film, just like Scream 6 was, sort of. A lot of Scream 6's plot didn't have to do with the Halloween setting, but we did see a lot of characters dressed up as different, like, horror characters, especially during that one subway scene. Or Scream 7 takes place in November, the least spookiest month. If horror films are afraid of anything, it's the month of November. Now, some folks have mentioned that this reminds them a lot of Judy and Sydney's conversation in Scream 4. You know, the one where Judy is being super weird and creepy, standing in the corner of the room like she's the Babadook. She asks Sydney if she remembers her from a play they did together in high school, specifically Peter Pan. No, not Neverland Nightmare.
Peekaboo.
It's a scene that makes Judy Hicks even more of a red herring than she already was. I mean, hitting on Dewey and hating Gale Weathers, it makes you look a little sus. I'm not trying to say that I wouldn't do the same thing in that situation. David Arquette is a very handsome man. But still, Judy is definitely suspicious in that one.
We were in Peter Pan together. I played a lost boy.
And talking a little bit about this drama club in a new small town USA, so we're no longer in Woodsboro, but we're in Pine Grove, which, let's be honest, is basically going to serve as a very similar setting. Anytime that high school clubs get brought up in the Scream universe, it always makes me think of Kevin Williamson's original draft for Scream 3. Kevin's original notes for Scream 3 that got thrown out by the studio saw a stab movie fan club at Woodsboro High becoming a cult of Ghostface. This idea was sort of utilized in Scream 4, especially especially with Charlie having like the Stab movie fan club. I mean, there's that entire scene at the barn where they all meet there for the Stabathon. Remnants of that were definitely already utilized in previous Scream sequels, but maybe it could come back here. Is this drama club looking to kill Sydney? Maybe, or this could just be a really big Scream 4 reference. With all of that being said, I'm sure by this point in the video, you're sick of hearing me say the words Scream 4. And let me tell you, I think Scream 7 is definitely trying to capture some of that same energy. For a long time now, though, fans have speculated that Scream 7 would try to do something in the same vein as Scream 3, but that doesn't seem to be the case with the majority of the updates we've received. Fans have speculated this because of the similarities in Scream 2022 to the original flick, and then the other similarities in Scream 6 to Scream 2, which, trust me, there's even more of those in Scream 6. But all of these updates we've been getting for Scream 7 just remind me so much more of what they tried to do with Scream 4, a film that feels much more like a return to form and trying to pass the torch on to a new, younger character. In the fourth Scream movie, it's Jill Roberts, who of course ends up being the killer, which is why that twist works so damn well. But here in Scream 7, it's likely going to be Isabel May's character, who is literally Sydney's daughter. There is no way to come up with a younger version of Sidney Prescott better than literally having her daughter play a character in this new movie. I mean, come on. There's also yet again a mix of legacy characters alongside a new young cast, which makes me think this film will have that passing of the torch element similar to Screams 4 and even 5. Even though Scream 4 was a big victory for Kevin Williamson, he actually got to write another Scream film after getting cut out of Scream 3, and of course, in all fairness, he had some scheduling conflicts at the time. Maybe now he can resurrect some of the ideas that got canned for his original version of Scream 5. Initially, Scream 4 was going to end with Jill on top. She won. She totally gets away with murder, has all of that fame, it's awesome, and then in the next Scream 5, which would have been Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson again, we would have saw a new Ghostface killer come after Jill Roberts. Could something like that happen here in Scream 7? Because of course, that's not how Scream 5 played out. I would be so down for something like that, moving across like a new trilogy perhaps. Whatever the case may be with Scream 7, I feel like this film is going to try to capture that same energy of Scream 4. I really don't think it's going to try to capture that over-the-top campy tone of Scream 3 and try to have this big soap opera twist right at the end. It's probably going to be something that's a little more of a return to form, something a little more simple in small-town USA. At least the location we know about definitely reflects that. I would prefer Scream 7 to really swing for the fences and try something completely different out, which is incomparable to stuff from the past. But again, if you're going to do something from the past, you're going to dig up something that's already happened in the series. It might as well be Scream 4. The fourth entry has the sharpest commentary of the sequels, some of Ghostface's best kills at the time, and a shocking conclusion that still reigns supreme in an effervescent whodunit slasher series. If Scream 7 is anything like the fourth movie, ya boy's down for it. Hey folks, before we wrap up today's update video, please make sure to subscribe to this channel. We are nearly 100 subscribers away from 30,000 subs, which would be a massive milestone for this channel. Thank you to everyone who already follows this page. Also, make sure to subscribe to my gaming channel GullGotha, where I'm currently doing daily Dead by Daylight streams. I might be switching it up to some other video games soon. Stop on by sometime and recommend some shit. How are you guys feeling about Scream 7 so far though? Leave me something about it in the comments below. Thank you all again for watching, please subscribe, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.